way of life. A desolate land is a land thirsty of farmers, and because we know how important farmers are to every nation, that's why we reintroduce to you the Voice of the Farmers. Voice of the Farmers is a media brand that celebrates, educates, and promotes farmers with constant trainings and guide on how best to be a successful farmer. We also link farmers to the right markets to sell their produce and to the right marketers. Voice of the Farmers is active on Facebook, Instagram, and Thread at Voice of the Farmers. We are also on YouTube at Voice of the Farmers TV. For more inquiry on how to link up with Voice of the Farmers, please call 0907 872 8228 or 0706 662 8752. Voice of the Farmers. We celebrate, educate, and promote farmers.
Good afternoon, everyone. Listen to us today. My name is Karuba Fizolumide. I am your host on this show that we call Meet the Farmers. Yes, today it is every week that we come up with this show every Thursday, where we have conversation with different farmers in different sectors in agriculture. Probably be it other value chains, be it production or any value chain you have in agricultural sector. Today we'll be hosting a vibrant youth, someone that is doing a spectacular job when it comes to piggery farming, where she's going to share with us her experience, how she started, and what are the success story, and what are the tips on how she was able and she has been able to have a good piggery business when it comes to making profit and some other things in piggery business. My name is Garuba Hafiz once again. If you are just joining us on this live show, thank you very much for joining us. We'll be having a wonderful guest today, which she's a lady and she's doing a very wonderful job when it comes to piggery farming. She have her at the back end already, but this show is going to be as brief as anything because I'm very sure she's celebrating her birthday today, and definitely I don't want to deprive her of celebrating her birthday, but I know she just took out that time at least just to speak with us and give us tips on how to be successful when it comes to pig farming business. I'll be bringing her on board now just to talk to her and at least hear from her. I know she's ready for us just to speak with us. Good afternoon, Miss Victoria.
Good afternoon, sir.
Before anything, let me just sing one small song for you now. Say we happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, Vicky, happy birthday to you. If you are just joining us, this is Meet the Farmers on Voice of the Farmer, where we have interaction with farmers in different sectors in agriculture. And our guest today is her birthday. She's celebrating her birthday today. That means we need to also celebrate with her. We wish her long life and prosperity, and we wish her every good things in life. Just to go straight to the point, just because I know this is going to be very, very brief as possible, because I know she has a lot on her table to tidy up. So Miss Victoria Naomi Tuma.
Okay, good afternoon, listeners. Right, my name is Polit Victoria Monday, the CEO of Polit Integrated Farms. Thank you for celebrating my birthday with me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I love that simple introduction, but I like the fact that you said CEO, that is Chief Executive Officer. That means you are proud of what you do. There are some youth there that they will not even be proud of what they do. So, and I'm very sure we are going to dig it down to what you do when it comes to agriculture, because, sometimes when I saw what you do online, I was amazed. I said, a lady doing piggery, like it is something. So let me tell people what you do already. So let me just go straight to the point. Now, talking about your business, how do you go into it? What even drive you into that? We have other things you can do as a lady. We have other things. I was thinking you're going to be in bank, probably, or maybe in offices, sitting down in the office, maybe under the AC. But seeing you in the farm doing even one of the dirty job when it comes to piggery farming. So how do you go into that, and what even drive you into it?
Okay, I graduated from school in 2015, and then I got a teaching job with the private school. But while teaching, teacher salary now is always small. So I was actually looking for something at least to add up to my salary. And then the idea of pig farming actually came on board because while growing up, my parents were into pig farming. I saw them farming and I was always helping them as well. So I now said, okay, Vicky, this is one of the things you can actually do, right, to succeed. And then I started pig farming in 2020. That was when I officially started. right? I started in 2020. Okay, but there were a lot of challenges. Before I started, I was renting an apartment. So how do I go about it? You want to start pig farming, and pig farming requires space. So how are you going to do it? But there's always a solution when you're determined. That's just the thing. I don't take a no for an answer. So what I actually did was I pleaded with my landlord if he was going to cut a portion of his land for me to start my farm. And then he agreed. God bless him for me, because it was actually through him that I started my pig farming. So he cut a portion for me, and I was paying for house rent and also paying for the space that he cut for me. And I started with plants. Pigs, they always say pigs are destructive. But I was having that faith, that zeal. I said, no, I'm going to start with plants. And I know that my pigs will not destroy the plants if they are well fed. So I started with plants, just 3 rooms, right? In fact, it was even my landlord that helped me out because he's a carpenter. We constructed the pen, 3 rooms using planks. And after that, I bought a pregnant pig one, then with 2 winners, making a total of 3 in 2020. And then I started. Within a short period of time, that pregnant pig now littered, and that was it, how it started.
I love the story. I love the fact that you started small and now you are growing bigger. Some of us, let me say, the youth nowadays, they definitely want to start from a big place. Probably if I don't have like 100 pigs, I cannot start pig farming. But if I don't have like maybe big house, I don't have a big pen, I cannot start pig farming. You have heard it all from Miss Victoria. She started with just, I think, with 3 pigs, and now she can't even count the number of pigs she have. So now on this show today, we'll be talking about the tips for you to have when it comes to pig farming, for you to be successful in pig farming. Definitely for you to learn, you learn from people that are doing it. You learn from people that have experience in it. You learn from people that have made mistakes and they are fallen and they have even rise up again. That is why we are bringing up Mrs. Victoria to come and share her story for us. But now, before we go to Miss Victoria, today is her birthday. Definitely, I want to show her something. Probably, maybe she might not know I have this. So just hold on.
See my cute baby. Hello, baby girl. Get up now so that they'll see you. Oh, yeah. How are you? See my cute baby. She's 3 months old. Baby, how are you?
Wow.
Do you saw that? That was one of the things that I saw that really moved me. Like, a lady calling a pig "hi baby." It is passion that drives you to that. When it comes to anything livestock, definitely you need to give them that love. When you love them, when you take care of your animals will take care of you. It was that passion that really drove Victoria to saying, I want to go into this pig. When you don't have passion for it, believe me, no matter the amount of money you pump into a business, definitely is going to go down. So now, let me just ask, you've already said it earlier, but we are just having some people joining us. Definitely, what are the challenges that you have faced while even starting this business? Probably, maybe, have you ever, maybe while getting the pig, maybe the winners, maybe the one that is pregnant, probably you are duped, or maybe you have some people that have spoken to you anyhow that why are you a lady going into pig business? So what are the challenges you face while starting this business?
Okay, yeah. While starting the business, right, that pregnant pig I got, I didn't really know much about it. I just made some little research about pig farming and then I went and bought the pigs. After the pregnant one, those 2 winners I got, I still added, as time goes on, I added 5 more. But those 5 I bought, they were malnourished. Because I was a novice, I didn't know. I fed them for extra 5 months. I think the first thing I learned in pig farming was how to formulate their feed. So I was giving them well nutritional feed, but they were not growing, from purging to catarrh, just a lot of things. The farmer didn't help me. That was the person I bought from him. So after 5 months of feeding them, I bought them when they were 3 months. Imagine with 5 months feeding, that was automatically 8 months, right? After everything, these things did not grow. They did not reach the size you just showed on that video. They were not up to. I was like, okay, how do I go about it? Am I to sell to another farmer? But I said, no, Vicky, your integrity matters to you. What I did was I called a butcher. A butcher came, he priced them for 5,000 naira. That was 2021.
5,000 naira.
5,000 naira.
Mm.
5,000 naira. So the five of them, 25,000. How much did I bought them? And then how much have I, used in feeding them? But at the end, I was not discouraged. I was happy that, okay, Vicky, fine. Like these things, you did the right thing by selling to the end user, which is the butcher, right? You're going to start all over again. There's nothing like giving up as far as I'm concerned. So I took out time, just like I gave myself a break of 3 months, right? I gave myself a break of 3 months, and then I paid for online training. When I was done, collected my certificate, I then trained myself intensively by watching videos on YouTube. I Google a lot about pig farming. I was still teaching then. I'll come back from school, I'll come back from school, do other activities, but still yet in the night, I'll wake up, research on pig farming, just doing a lot of things. When I was done, I said, Vicky, okay, how do you know that you're getting this thing right? I decided to organize an online training. I taught the first set. There's a professor in University of Ibadan who testified. He said, Vicky, I'm a professor in animal sciences, like I'm an animal scientist, but you know what? You've done excellently well. Just a lot of testimonies keep coming in. So I was like, okay, fine. This is going to be a good platform to encourage people, to teach people more about pig farming, giving it out to the world for free. I will create a WhatsApp link, share it on Facebook. People will join. I keep doing that. And today, God's willing, I've trained people in Uganda, Kenya, Ghana, a lot of other places, people from Philippines, and they've joined my WhatsApp group for free. I trained them, a lot of testimonies and stuff like that. So after that, I went back to getting correct breeds. I mean, good exotic breeds. And the person I got it from, he imported all his breeds. I was able to differentiate which one is landrace, which one is latch white, which one is pure Duroc, that you cannot even cheat me. Like, you cannot lie to me. Even the growth rate, I was able to differentiate a pig that is malnourished and a very healthy pig. So these are some of the things. Yeah, there was a challenge. If not, that one that hit me collecting my salary and then feeding pigs, I should have given up, right? But I didn't. I have to get it right. I said, okay, Vicky, go back to the roots. What do you need to know about this business? So I went back. I was able to know everything about the business in terms of their feeding, in terms of getting the good breeds of pigs and then stuff like that. And today, God has been in the story. He has just been in the story.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Vicky. I think I understand, Miss Vicky. I think I understand what you said very well, and I think I grabbed some things. I learned some lesson from it. Some of us, I think, even existing farmers, when they tried doing something and they failed, the thing they do is probably they just decided to fold up and not trying again. And also, for you selling that bad, probably maybe the minority pigs to the butcher or to the end user, I think that is also a good one too, because while transferring into other farms, definitely you are transferring something that is bad to the community. I think you have done well in that. And also, one of the things I do tell my people is, before you go into any business, I think the most important thing is for you to seek for knowledge. It is very, very important. Invest in knowledge. Look at how much you have invested and look at the impact you have created in the investment you have just made. You invested in knowledge, going for online classes. Even sometimes all these classes are not free. Definitely you need to pay for it. Even the ones that are free, definitely you dedicated your time for it, and now you created an impact even through that. So now I think you've done a very good job, and you're like a role model to other people that they need to also emulate and even imitate as well. So now let me just go down to this, because I want this interview to be very, very short, because I don't want to deprive you of your celebration. But I'm still expecting my cake. I'm still expecting my cake. Now, I just wanted to take us on a walk on daily activities that you do on your farm. As a pig farmer that is doing very, very well. When I saw your pigs online, even if videos are lying, even if pictures are lying, definitely you see this is neat, you see this one is dirty. Seeing your pigs, I was like, definitely you can even get closer to it, you can touch them, you can do anything with them. I was like, how is she doing this? We all know pigs are dirty. How are you doing this? So I want us to take us on a walk on the daily activities on your farm as a pig farmer, so that other people watching us out there can also learn from it.
Okay, my daily routines in the farm. I didn't tell you this part, that I have to resign at some point. That's my teaching job. I've resigned. And why did I resign? I resigned because, I was making a lot in pig farming. So why do I need to be teaching and then doing the pig farming? I have to choose one. I said, okay, because of the passion and because of the goals I have ahead, I have to leave one. So I resigned.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, basically, I'm just into the farming aspect. I'm just into the farming aspect. I'm not working under someone. Rather, people are working for me, not me working for people. So what
Hmm.
I do is when I wake up in the morning, right, I have at the back of my house, right, just in the compound, I have some basic breeds I keep, especially the Duroc. So those ones I feed them myself because I still want to be doing some of the activities myself. I feed the ones in the house myself. After that, I go to the main farm and then supervise my workers as they do the work. And sometimes I assist as well. And every week, once a week, which is Saturday, we bait our pigs. I make them to beat all the pigs in the farm so
Hmm.
that they will look neat and clean. And in terms of sweeping, we sweep morning and evening. Even the
Hmm.
feeding, we feed 8 a.m. in the morning and 5 p.m. in the evening. Make sure
Hmm.
we sweep the pens, all of the pens, before we feed the animals in the morning. And we do the same thing in the evening. We make sure we sweep everything and then before we feed them, right? And for the baiting aspect, we bait them once in a week. That's every
Hmm.
Saturday. We beat them.
Hmm. Now,
Yeah.
I think I now understand why your pigs are looking like maybe they are imported or probably even they are even outside the country because you see, looking at them alone is like giving me joy. Like I was like, so pigs can be as neat as this. And that shows
Very
your daily
simple.
routine. Your daily routine is taking care of them and at least giving betting them almost every week, at least once in a week. That is a very good one. I don't think there are some farmers that do that. Probably maybe people that rear exotic breeds. No, I know you rear exotic breeds as well. Probably your Duroc are exotic and even land race and even large white as well. So, but sometimes the way you take care of them, it is very, very important. I said it earlier on that if you take care of your animal, definitely your animal is going to take care of you. Now you have had it from Miss Victoria. She said for the first thing in the morning is she fed them and at least cleaned their house. And she said something that she makes sure she fed the Duroc, that is the exotic breed herself. Some of us when we have farm hands, when we have workers, we leave them to do those things themselves. And there's an adage that said, either you sell, or sell. Me, I go collect my salary at the end of the month. So they don't care. So that means you need to also put
Mm.
eyes on all these things. You need to definitely know, are they doing what you are paying them for? One of the things you are trying to do is also trying to create a job opportunities outside because some people are there when you don't manage them. They can't work without supervision. Definitely, you need to still monitor them because some of the problems some farmers have today are created by their farm hands, or let me say the workers now, and they don't just create them definitely because they know you don't have that time. You don't monitor them. You can hear Miss Victoria. She said she resigned from teaching job so that she can face the piggery business. At least she has been an employer of labor now instead of working for someone
Mhm.
else. Farming activities will definitely make you to be employer of labor. It is farm
Mm.
agriculture is the most is the sector that creates more labors when it comes to employment opportunity. Now let me now go down to this. That what the major reason why we are doing this interview is just to share tips on how to be successful when it comes to pig farming business. So now, from your experience so far, even if it is 3 years, if it is 4 years, no matter, that doesn't mean anything. It is just the knowledge and the success story that you can record. I've seen a lot of things online. I've seen a lot of your jobs online. Transporting pigs to eastern part of Nigeria, even to far place that you don't even expect. Definitely, that means you are doing a very great job. So now I want you to share some tips with our pig farmers out there. Definitely people are watching us. We are having people joining us from different places, and they want to know what are the tips, what are the things they need to do. Probably when it comes to selecting of breeds, when it comes to the pen, when it comes to the feeding. Some people they feed their pigs with anything. I heard something from the farmer that said, pigs can convert anything you give them to anything. Pigs is one animal that even if you give them bread, if you give them gari, if you give them a bat, they will still eat it, but they will convert it. But definitely it's going to tell when it comes to their health and everything. So I want you to give us a proper tips, even if it is what you are going to be doing last on this program. Just give us like at least few tips on what you are doing that make you to be a successful pig farmer.
Okay, let me start from the beginning, right? In case there are newbies, those who want to venture into pig farming. The first thing, right, is getting to know more about the business you want to go into, or if you
Mm.
are in the business. That's the first thing. You make research, and after the research, you should at least get a mentor, get a coach, somebody that will train you in the business. Some people feel, okay, let me just start. No, like I said from the beginning, I didn't, go into all these things, but at the end I have to come back to, okay, Vicky, start from the beginning. I was, taught about everything. So you to do the same thing. You make sure you learn all the basics in pig farming. That's the first thing. And then the second thing, when you're done learning, you will now get a space, right? That's the land where you're going to house the pigs. Okay. And we have three types of ways of rearing pigs. We have the extensive, the semi-intensive, and we have the intensive. The extensive is where you see all those local pigs outside, and people feel they are dirty. Of course, they are walking around now, so you don't expect them to be clean. And then we have the
Mm.
semi-intensive, where you kind of put them where there's a cage or a fence, right? And they can eat the grasses within. But what I practice is intensive system of rearing pigs, which is you're going to build a pen for them, and then you keep them where you will be the one to provide their feed, you'll be the one to provide their water, right? And you see that the growth
Mm.
rate of those ones will be different. You can monitor them, you get a veterinary doctor to treat them, that one is going to pay you more if you do the intensive system, right? So after the housing, the next thing is selection of the breeds you want to start with, right? Okay, so our advice, we have different kinds of pigs. We have the local, we have the exotic, right? All my pigs in the farm are exotic breeds. That's the agric breeds. And when you
Mm.
have agric breed, they grow very fast. The feed conversion ratio is very high when you have the exotic breeds of pigs in your farm. So I would advise you go for the exotic breeds. And if you want to buy pigs from someone, you make sure the person you're buying from should have a knowledge about the business. I've seen people online, they'll come online that, please, I bought these pigs. What breed are they? You don't know the breed, and then you're buying them, So try to know the breed yourself, and then try to get pigs from someone who his integrity matters. That's the person who's going to tell you the truth, everything about the pigs, the history of the pigs,
Mm. Mm.
and then try to get pigs with good genetics, because that's one thing. You can get pigs that are not good, and some people always say, okay, just buy them. If you feed them, they will grow. Was it not me that when I started, I bought from somebody, they didn't grow, I have to slaughter before starting all over again? So you get
Mm.
pigs from someone that you know the history of the farm, that, okay, fine, these pigs are growing well, they have good genetics. When pigs have good genetics and you give quality feed, you're going to get excellence from them, right? So get pigs that are doing very well, okay? And after that, coming back to the feeding, right? Yes, of course, pigs are omnivorous. That's, they eat anything, but it's not anything that makes them to grow. Okay, we
Mm.
have
Mm.
commercial feed. There are basic nutrients that you need to give pigs to grow. Some people always say we give our pigs just PKC. Palm kernel cake is a fiber source. So when you give pig palm kernel cake, it's not going to grow because it's a fiber, right? There are formulas that are going to make your pigs grow. Okay, we have the basic nutrients, which is the carbohydrate. We have protein source. In your feed formulation, you should make sure your feed has carbohydrate, which is for their energy. There should be
Mm.
protein source, all right, and then there should be fillers. Fillers are the PKC, right, the maize offal and the rest of them, and those ones are just to bulk up. And then we have micronutrients. Recently, I think last week, I told people that, okay, in your feed formulation, you should have micronutrients, okay, which are very essential for the growth of the pigs. Right, we have lysine, which is the amino acid. We have methionine. We have premix. Right, we have bone meal also, and then we have salt, which has a sodium in their feed. So you need
Mm.
to formulate their feed very well for proper growth. All those things should be included in the pig's feed. You make sure you have, if you have access to corn, right, you can use that one, right? You can use corn for your carbohydrate source, and then for the protein, you use soya. Is either the soya bean meal, which is the extracted one, or you use full fat soya, okay? And then the next thing is you get your lysine, right? Which is micronutrients. You get your methionine, it should be inside. Your premix should be inside. Your toxic binder will be inside. I also put vitamin C in my pig's feet as well. Okay, I put bone meal for their calcium and phosphorus. So you make sure you get all those basic things, and you cannot give them all those good things and you expect them to grow if you don't have a good breed of pig. So it's 50-50. If you have very good breed of pigs that do very well and you give them good feed, you're going to see excellent growth. If you don't have good pigs and then you give good feed, they will not grow. So you make sure you balance it, that you have good pigs with high performance and you give them good feed, they grow well. Sometimes I post my pics online, like that one that you posted. Let me use it as an example. A lot of people are arguing that this pic is not 3 months. Why will I lie? You see me, sincerity and integrity really matters to me, and people out there have known me for that. A lot of people can testify about Victoria when it comes to pig farming. A lot. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. Like 2,000, 3,000 people can testify when it comes to me. So that pig is 3 months. And why is it 3 months? Because I have good breeds in the farm. And another thing, I give quality feed. A pig you can get a pig. It's possible for a pig to weigh 100 kg in 5-6 months. How? When you get good pigs and then you feed well, of course you're going to attend that. But because of people out there that they just get any pig they feel like and feed anyhow, when they don't get the result, and when they see some of our pigs, they feel we're doing magic or we're lying about it. We're not lying. My people, try to be on track. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Victoria. I think at least close to like 10 minutes, you have been giving us tips on what to do. I think one of the things you said is getting a good breed. And I think the first thing you said was getting knowledge about the business someone wants to venture into. And I've been always saying this to people, you see, no matter how wealthy you are, if you go into a business that you don't know, definitely you are going to stumble and you're going to even fall. But not just to avoid that, I think you need to just go and learn about the business you want to do. No business in this life doesn't require knowledge. Even if it is the smallest one, selling pure water, definitely you require knowledge because we have experienced people in doing that. And then the next thing is for you to think of which kind of system I want to go into. Am I going to the intensive, semi-intensive, and the extensive one based on your capital now? Definitely, if you are going for the one that go around the street, that is not too good. You can't just sell that to me and say I should buy. Definitely, when you're talking about the breed, you need to select the breed and their housing as well. Talking about the breed as well, when you want to make more money, definitely you need to invest more. I know Miss Victoria that invested in exotic breeds. She knew why she went into that, because she will be able to sell our produce to people that really knows what the importance of this thing are. When you're going for just all these local breeds, I'm not saying they're not good, don't get me wrong, but when you want to make more money, definitely you need to invest more. So that is why you need to select the breed. Are you going for Landrace? Are you going for large white? Are you going for Duroc? Are you going for TN? Anyone you want to go for, just select the breed carefully. And also about the breed, I will still repeat this: when you take care of your animal will take care of you. They're just like garbage in, garbage out. When you take care of them very well, then they will love you. Pigs, sometimes I think pigs was they are harmful before. But now when I get closer to them and I say that yes, when you take care of them, they will even love you more and even wanted to move closer to you. So what I'm trying to say is just that try and take good care of your pigs. They will convert good for you. She said something why she said pigs can eat anything, but it is not anything that will make them grow. Listen to this very well. When you give your pig bread, definitely they will eat that bread. But are you sure that bread is going to make them grow? Why not going for exotic, like the right formulation of feeds and at least get the right result for me? It's better you do the right thing at the right time and get the right result at the right time than doing wrong thing and expecting right result and you're not getting right result. That means you are going to spend more. That is just the secret behind it. When you are not doing the right thing and you are expecting to do the right thing later, you are going to spend more and you are wasting more time. So one thing I want us to wrap this interview up, because I know I will definitely bring her on board again next time, that we'll have more time to talk more about many things when it comes to pig, and I'm very sure she's going to be willing to do that for us. Now, I want you to advise our youth there, just to wrap it up. We still have more youth there that still think agriculture is a dirty job. Talking to you as a broadcaster, as a media personnel, I am still a farmer. I do fish, I do vegetable, I do other things. I am a farmer and I'm proud to say that. Likewise, I'm very sure you are proud to also say you are a farmer as well, a pig farmer. Some of our youth are still yet to understand. I do say something that you can be a farmer and you are still a doctor. You can be a farmer and you are still a lawyer. It doesn't have anything to do with one another. One thing is that even looking at the government sector, one thing they allow you to do most as a civil servant, the only thing they allow you to do is farming. So the only thing they allow you to do is farming because they know you are contributing to the food security. That is the only thing. So I want you to advise our youth in a short way, just for them to think on how to go into agriculture because that is the future of this nation. Because we say no farmer, no food, no food, no life. When there is no food, there is no life. So and when we have more farmers, because according to statistics in the year 2030 or let me say 2050, we are going to have double population of what we have now. Now, if we don't have more farmers, let's say we have limited farmers, how are we going to feed? So, Miss Victoria, please kindly advise our youth out there to start something when it comes to agriculture. It doesn't disturb them from other doing other jobs. They can do other jobs and still do farming. They just need to start small and grow bigger. So, what's your take on this, man? Hello.
Yeah, okay. The funny enough, right? A lot of people who tell me, Vicky, you're beautiful, you're young. Why will you go into pig farming our youth? I don't know why. The youth are not ready to actually change the narrative. I know where I am going. I've set a lot of goals that I cannot allow myself to be distracted. And I want the youth to do the same, right? See, there's nothing more than working for yourself, like you're your own boss. It is said that you cannot transfer your job to your children, but you can transfer your business to your children. So even not just the youth, if you're working to do it, at least try to have a business that at least when you retire, it's going to back you up. Do you get it? So I'm encouraging the youth, look for anything. The first thing is trying to figure out your talent. I fit in this business. I've seen the passion. Look for something that you have passion about. It's not because if I'm succeeding in pig farming today, you don't just say, okay, let me join it. Let me join Victoria to do the same thing because she's succeeding. No, try to figure out your own side, your own field, right? What you're passionate about. And when you do that, then try to venture into it and give in your best. Of course, God is a rewarder of hard work and he is going to reward you. Try to get something that you will do. Don't wait for government to say, okay, I want to get a job with federal government. I want to get a job with state. Myself today, if they give me a job, I'm not going to do it because I'm happy that I'm my own boss and I'm happy that I'm able to pay others to make people work for me and then I'm paying them. At least I'm reducing the unemployment, right? So please do the same thing. Try to get something that you will do for yourself. Don't wait for the government. If opportunity comes, fine. But before it comes, try to get something that you will do. And it's definitely going to help you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Victoria. I think you spoke well, and definitely I know some of our youth are watching us and they are listening to us. Probably some people will watch later, and definitely they are going to react on some of these things. I'm very sure you have more questions to answer. Probably at the end of the show, maybe some comments. I'll forward some of them to you, and probably you'll be able to answer those questions. Thank you very much for your time. Out of that, I know you don't have time today. If it was to be me, let me say definitely I will not even they say I want to go in for any interview at all, definitely, because it is my day. That means I need to celebrate this sport. But out of no time, definitely you'll find time for us just to share your experience and give us tips on how to be successful in pig farming business. We are saying a very big thank you to you. And I'm very sure very soon as possible, we are going to be hosting you again because I know this is very short. That means we need to elongate it more. Thank you very much once again. My name is Garuba Fizolumide. If you are just joining us or you are watching this video later, this is Voice of the Farmer, where we are talking about the tips on how to be a successful pig farmer. See you next time. God bless. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. All right.